Let's quickly go across to DD India's Akshay Dongre, also our reporters there on ground in Rashtrapati Bhavan, because that's where the spotlight is, Akshay. So what else can you share with us? And we can also tell our viewers that we are live streaming these visuals and, of course, live streaming you also because you are there at the moment. So take us through all the excitement, exuberance and all that is happening right now.
Well, absolutely, Sakal. If you have to sum up the environment here, it is in fact quite electric. In fact, let me show you around what is the kind of sight we see here from the Rashtrapati Bhavan. You can see a sea of people, and all of them have come from different parts of the country. Not just the country, but many of them have travelled from different parts of the world as well. As far as these dignitaries are concerned, we have people coming in from all walks of life. We have the former parliamentarians, we have the present parliamentarians, we have the leaders from the opposition, we have chief ministers of different states that have come, we have the party workers of the Bharatiya Janata Party and other coalition parties as well. We have not just the political people but also several government officials from the Ministry of External Affairs, Ministry of Defence and many other parts of the government. As far as the functioning of a government is concerned, you will find all of them here, at least the representative from all of the sections of the country. There are many of the people who are not just involved in politics but also industrialists that are expected to join this historic movement here from the Rashtrapati Bhavan, including the top industrialists of country, top businessmen who have been invited here. We have civil workers, we have bureaucrats from all parts of the country who have done exemplary work. So in all, we can say that the entire country representatives have gathered here for this historic movement where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be swearing in as the Prime Minister for the third time. And in fact, this is going to be a historic occasion. We just heard our guest speaking about the kind of stability that is required for a country like India to move on path of development, and that is perhaps this is the moment where that history will be written once again as far as that continuity, stability and the path of development is concerned.
Yes, since you also cover global politics and foreign policy of India's foreign policy, what do you make of the international guest list, Akshay? There's a very clear focus on the Indian Ocean region. We're talking about India spearheading Global South, and I think that is also reflected in the list. Your neighborhood first accords or will continue to accord top priority in term 3.
Well, in fact, it was made quite clear in 2014 itself, Sakal, as you all know it, that how Prime Minister Narendra Modi had invited all the SAARC members for the first swearing in that took place in 2014. Coming back to 2019, it was the BIMSTEC leaders that were invited for the swearing in ceremony of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and for the third term as well. That continuity, as far as the foreign policy is concerned, that remains the same because we have leaders coming in from the neighboring countries, from the Indian Ocean region, from the Global South, and that in a way has been clarified by the government. This has been a huge symbolism as well that India's focus remains on its neighborhood first policy, on Global South, India being the voice of the Global South, and how the issues can be resolved as far as the Indian Ocean region is concerned in terms of freedom of trade, freedom of navigation. All of the issues the contemporary world that is seeing is in a way answered. All of the problems are answered in this neighborhood first policy, in the policy of keeping the Global South first as far as the issues and the opportunities are concerned. Back to you.
There's a special invitee list also when it comes to making it a people's event, not only the event for elites and the international guest list, or the leaders, or the political ecosystem. Shramjeevis, these are the ones who contributed to the construction of the new Parliament building, then the first loco pilot of Vande Bharat, and the list goes on and on. A quick one before we leave you, Akshay, to the grandeur of Rashtrapati Bhavan, how there has been a concerted effort to make this an event which belongs to the people first also.
Well, in fact, we have seen this time and again that any such event of grand magnitude has been about involving people. We have seen not just in swearing-in ceremonies, but also in events like Republic Day, in events like Independence Day, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi has focused on Shram Jeevis, on people coming in from different walks of life, on Asha Behenjis that are there, all of the volunteers that have been invited time and again. But before we talk about further on that, let me just show you the stage and how beautifully the stage has been set up for this swearing-in ceremony. How people are, swarming in from different parts of the country. These are not just VVIPs, but we also have Shram Jeevis, as Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been calling them, people who are architect of a modern India, people who are architect of a new India. Those all have been invited. Their representatives have been invited to ensure that no man is left behind, no section of society is left behind. And this has been continuously showcased by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the domestic politics as well. That he is not focused on one aspect of the society, one part of the society, but an inclusive growth, a growth for all the people, not just coming in from the elite background or from just the downtrodden ones, but all of them together moving towards one direction of a developed India. Back to you, Sakal.
Akshay, before I come back to the studio, I would request you to describe, for the benefit of the viewers who are watching this special broadcast across the globe, how magnificent this Rashtrapati Bhavan lawns, the forecourts of Rashtrapati Bhavan lawns are looking at this moment, where history is going to be in making. Let's go full screen and you can just describe the visuals around you. Yeah.
Well, absolutely. So let me just ask my camera person to pan around and show you the the grandeur of this stage that has been set up. We have leaders coming in. We have leaders going in around and meeting other political party leaders, meeting other Shram Jeevis. All of them. This is what India represents. This is what India is all about, and this is what is being exemplified here in this historic event as well for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's third swearing-in ceremony as the Prime Minister of the Republic of India. And this is the stage from where the leaders from leaders from neighboring nations will be there. There will be the parliamentarians who will be sworn in as minister today. They will be coming, and these people are coming in from all parts of the country, from South India to Central India to Northeast to the northern parts to the western parts. So everybody has been included in this grand event, and as you can see, this is a sea of people, of people coming in from all walks of life. There are religious leaders, there are military leaders, there are diplomatic leaders who all are gathered here for this historic moment. All as Indians are here to witness this grand event that's going to take place here at the lawns of Rashtrapati Bhavan, Sakal.
Brilliant. That was brilliant. Thank you very much, Akshay. We'll keep coming back to you. But as of now, thank you very much for giving us that live reportage. Brilliant. Thanks.